I noticed during the transaction that the buyer assembled the weapon faster than me, a trained special agent. What was even more surprising, I secretly messed with the scope's targeting settings, yet she still managed to hit the bullseye a kilometer away. A thought crossed my mind just a few days ago. I submitted my retirement request to the organization. Then, this unexpected transaction came up. I don't believe any of this is a coincidence. As I was thinking, the buyer suddenly handed me the weapon and asked me to fire a shot beside her to test the silencer. At that moment, I had the perfect chance to kill it, but I had a more perfect plan, so I suggested some modifications to the parts. The buyer didn't suspect a thing. She even gave me a 3-day grace period. After leaving the transaction site, I purposely kicked in my car's bumper, then drove it to the repair shop.
Fabio, got some damage to my car.
While the owner was focused on fixing the car, I quietly gathered some useful parts. Preparing for the next stage of my plan, back home, I immediately began disassembling the parts, placing the stolen metal washers on my workbench, and hammering them repeatedly until they took the ideal shape. I was going to carefully craft a weapon that would look indistinguishable from the real deal. I precisely cut the stolen steel into 12 pieces, then layered them with the washers. Finally, I fitted a custom-made shell. A perfect replica silencer was born. Then I bought a second-hand firearm from the black market, disassembled it, and reassembled it. It looked fine on the surface, but every part had been finely adjusted. I then used a file to smooth the bullet heads, drilled a tiny hole in them, and carefully added a few drops of mercury. This custom-made bullet, even without hitting the vital spot, the mercury poison could kill in an instant. 3 days later, the transaction went as planned. When I handed the custom bullet to the buyer, she suddenly requested another inspection.
I'm just going to the ladies. Wait here.
This request made me break into a cold sweat. I saw the waiters in the restaurant hurry into the kitchen. The whole hall suddenly emptied. It was like a trap carefully designed for me. So when the buyer came back, I quickly stuffed the hidden gun into my pocket.
Okay?
I'm fine. You?
Just fine. You won't need your gun.
Never know. Luckily, the inspection went smoothly. The transaction was completed without a hitch. Looking at the thick stack of bills in my hand, I hesitated, feeling full of doubts. The next morning, I packed my bags to leave with my wife, unaware that a sniper's crosshair was locked firmly on my head. When I went to check the assassin's body, I was shocked to find out that the person who had tried to kill me was the same mysterious buyer from a few days ago.
Who do you work for?
Same as you.
This discovery completely confirmed my suspicion. The organization wanted me gone for good. I thought hiding in the desolate snowfields would keep me safe from the chase. But just a few days later, I found unfamiliar footprints in the snow in front of my door. I immediately took my wife and hid behind cover. Just then, a bullet whizzed past. By carefully observing, I realized the assassin was positioned at the high ground on the hill. I silently changed my position, waited for the right moment, and decisively pulled the trigger. I successfully killed the enemy. But then, I did something that left everyone puzzled.
Is he dead?
Go to the house. Call the police. Go!